line, which is great if you have a graph. But Alex, if you don't have a graph, if I gave you an equation and I said, is this equation linear or not? So just ignoring the graphs, can you come up with a definition that maybe involves just an equation? So what do you notice with all the things on the column on the left side of your page compared to the column on the right side of your page? The equations. What do you notice about the equations over here as compared to the equations over here? Abby or Taylor, I was just mentioning to Abby that I just made up the equations. So you don't need to know how to get the equations, you just need to be able to compare them. So don't worry about the equations. So Ava's saying there's no exponents other than 1 on the left, which is a great point. Any equation where the rate of change for the independent and dependent variables is the same. So that's true. We're talking about rate of change, but I don't know if when you say they're the same, that kind of implies that they're both identical, which is going to be a bit of a problem. So what we're going to go is by the exponents, which was, I think, what Ava mentioned. So for linear equations, the exponents for x and y must be 1. As soon as you get an equation that has an exponent that isn't 1, then you are dealing with a nonlinear thing. Now, there's one more example there, which you guys could maybe look at if you want. I'll go through it next day, but I want to call her quits there for the day. So, in terms of the learning guide, should be good for that domain and range question. That's it for the learning guide for the first half. So I want you to submit your first half of your learning guide, and then this stuff that we did today was actually part of the second part of the learning guide. So hopefully you can get that domain range stuff, all of the first 2 lessons of the learning guide done and submitted before we move on to the second part. So I'm going to leave you with that for today. Until I really would love to go through the question, but I don't have time. So I will go through it next day. I promise I won't forget. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, first block tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.